All right, testing. 1, 2, 3. Got it. That's what you get when you stream the very next day. You actually can log right in. So apologize for the delay. I was at the office super late today, of course. Super rare actually on a Friday. So, but something had to be done on the lot. I had to take care of. So it is taken care of, and now I'm back, and I'm working on trying to finish this cover. So thank you guys for waiting patiently. I do appreciate it. I should probably put out a tweet. 1 second. Okay. How's everyone tonight? It's so hard the words to express what I do. Like streaming art live, or is it art streaming live, or is it live art streaming? Streaming art live. That doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna go with live art streaming. Like art streaming, one word. Oh, and there we go. Done. It's 3:37 in the morning. Pseudonym. Why am I here? That would be 4 plus 3, 7 hours. Where could someone be 7 hours from here? Iceland? Are you in Iceland, pseudonym? 8 hours to England, 9 to Europe. UK. Oh, all right. Catch 91 or 91. Catch 91183. Thank you for subbing. KB Bradshaw, good to see you again. 14th anniversary of couples therapy. Glad you guys are hanging in there. Izasticon has subbed using Prime as well. Cool. 12:30 p.m. in Australia for once. Time is good for those down under. All right, so we are back to this image here. This is a cover for Batman Damned. It's obviously a conceptual piece, which has kind of Batman sort of overtaken by the green, foliage, flora, basically kind of taking over. Janella, thank you very much for the cheer. Janella from the Philippines. I don't know what time it is in the Philippines right now. $10:39 at the DMV. Good to know that the DMV's open even on a Friday night. Shout out from Coney Island. At some point, my wife is going to bring me dinner. So you're going to get to hear me eat. I literally just raced over from the office, changed into a more comfortable shirt that works well with the green screen, and jumped on. And like I said, it's nice once you stream more regularly. Everything's all set up. I just had to erase the file that was created yesterday. Free up space on the hard drive. On the video camera. And it was like instant on. Hello from Seattle, Queen City Amusements, just catching up to the rest of the world. Stone Cold Snake 316, thank you very much for the bits. I do appreciate it. I'll tell you that it's always a little odd. I usually like to finish, especially if I do loose pencils like this, I like to finish the same day. I do feel like there's a lot of stuff I kind of upload into short-term memory that as I loosely pencil like this and then go to inks, I kind of know in the back of my head, all right, this is what I'm going to do when I get to this point. These scribbles represent this. And looking at this now, just a day after I put it up, I realized that, um, you know, the parts that have kind of fallen out of that short-term memory, like, well, I don't know what I was going to do exactly here. So, you know what I also want to do though? Is the focus going in and out? Is it? I usually turn off the autofocus, and it is off because that stays out of focus. So it just might be your eyesight. I am going to do one thing though. I want to log into my Twitch account here and upload the video from yesterday. One second. Why? What's going on? Video producer. There we go. Batman. Fatman. I got this fancy Japanese keyboard. It's very dark. The keys are virtually black, and the letters on top of the keys are black, so I have to really guess. I have to guess what keys give me the letters I want. All right. Okay. Hopefully uploading this won't kill my stream, because that would be bad. Oh, look, they have a category for art, just art, on Twitch now. That's cool. Let's see what happens if I export this. All right. If the stream starts slowing down, I'll stop the export if that's even possible at this point. All right, now let me just verify. Bear with me that it is uploading. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Move things around. That's not it. There we go. Let's take a look. Yep, it's uploading. Okay. All right, hopefully you guys can see that down here. All right. This is gonna be mostly black down here, so I I know that if I draw details, then I'm gonna feel precious about those details. So I'm just a little. I always kind of regret putting the details in because it slows me down from making those really big decisions of like just going straight to black, which always looks better in the long run. But once I put the work in down here, I feel like, oh, I should keep that little detail. I inked it, you know. But I would just put some, so hopefully not too many. Buddy Man Guy Dude has subbed, as has Sargi. D Calvin has resubbed for 21 months in a row. Looks awesome, Jim. Thank you very much. Pseudonym has resubbed using Prime for 15 months. Kanger Banger has cheered very generously. Thank you very much. That's some ride you got, Carla. Yeah. This my wife turned 40 a week, 2 weeks ago, I think, and that was supposed to be the car was supposed to have arrived on her birthday, and it did not. So it kind of, but you know, it's just as well. It got kind of spread out, and she was able to kind of take it all in. I do spoiler for sure, 100%. But you know what they say: happy wife, happy wife. So, Deke album. This is for um yeah, Batman Dam #3. No, the phrase is happy wife, happy life. I do believe that. Chikatzel. There you go. See? uh, yes. Psychonaut. KB Bradshaw. Can you tell that to Bro from I will. Bo, we gotta have a talk. All right. I don't know what you're doing. No. I don't know if there's any other. No, I did meet another married couple that are on the stream. I don't know if they're married actually. It was it was I'm trying to say Mortal Kombat guy, but it's not Mortal Kombat. It's oh my gosh. It's the people in chat. It's the person whose handle sounds like a video game company. Yeah, his girlfriend, Poop Kid, though, his girlfriend isn't a sub, or not a sub, but she doesn't follow the stream. Who am I talking about? No, not Turtle Wombat. Cryptic Games. Cryptic Games. Cryptic Games. So I think in our get together at WonderCon, he was there with his significant other. But Bo and KB, they're a married couple that both will log on side by side. I keep forgetting. Are they side by side or in different rooms of the house? And they will interact together on stream. Ruru Flower. Have I played Injustice? Yes, I have. Yeah, it's a fun game. Huh? What? There's something going on? Wait, hold on. Jeremy L. Joe wishes he was married to me. Get in line, buddy. Uh, there's no line. There's no one CG seeing that relationship. All right, let's see. David Peterson, are you consciously going more organic with your inks on this piece because of the subject? Before I even get to that question, you guys should be following David Peterson. He's an amazing creator. Works on a book called Mouse Guard, and he's doing some writing for media, I think. Anyway, so yes, the answer is yes. I'm trying to like modulate the line a little bit so that it's not just super slick. I'm using a 0.5 right now. So we'll see what happens. I keep threatening to make all this down here like black, but I have a feeling I'm gonna go to like rendering and just I don't know. I'm gonna cheese out. Ooh, does anyone know that phrase? Cheese out. It's like peace out, but when you're doing a crappy job, or when you kind of give up, punt. Oh, I thought you were David. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm getting you confused with another David Peterson that that writes that writes and draws Mouse Guard. Sorry. JHR 1247. I could have finished last night, but I cheesed out. I figure I was trying to get it done, and I was just like, why rush it? I'll just work tomorrow night. And here I am. Friday night, living the dream. Meanwhile, my wife's out there tooling around in her G63. I harbor no grudges. Yeah, I harbor no. I'm good. I'm good. Uh, hey, Ink One. How you doing? Hey, Kanger Banger. Hey, Kirihiko. We got mods in the house. We got unofficial mod Poop Kid. I've got some dinner hopefully coming my way. I'm starting to get hungry. I literally just ran from the office, got here, changed into a chroma key appropriate shirt, and then ran over. Now I'm wondering if I want to put this, if ink this, if I go black here, it might look cooler without that. These are the tough decisions that have to be made. I will put it off like a true artist. I will not think about it now. Kuya JP, did you teach your kids how to draw? Only by example. None of them really have asked me for help on anything. They're uncoachable. They've seen me draw, and then I think they kind of pick things up. I think every time I start explaining things, their eyes gloss over, and it's like, Dad, I am so bored. Why are you lecturing me? This is maybe how your generation did it, but we live in the modern age. That's exactly how it sounds. Zio Hikari, would I ever take on an apprentice of some sorts? You mean like to kind of wash my cars? Wax on, wax off? Yes, that's what I would have them do for like 3 years, and then be like, "Wait, what about drawing?" And be like, "What do you mean? What about drawing? We never talked about drawing. You're my apprentice." Would I ever consider doing a voiceover? I have done voiceover work. If you have ever watched the Wildcats superhero cartoon show that was on CBS back in 1993, I believe, I there's an episode where Grifter like runs a truck through a security guard um, station, waypoint, whatever. I'm the security guard that says stop or something like that. Like I get run over. And one of the other times I was in Toronto, because I would visit the studio, the animation studio that was doing Wildcats back in the day, and they were based in Toronto. And we went to the sound studio where they recorded dialogue, And one time we went, and they were also shooting X-Men, the 1990s cartoon, and the producers there knew who I were. I think they were like the next bay over or something, and they're like, "Oh, cool! Like it's nice to meet you. Hey, do you want to be a voice on the cartoon?" And I said, "Sure." So I'm actually one of the Sentinels in one of those episodes, but I know the Sentinels are like almost every episode, right? But it's like stop, mutant, stop. But they did a heavy voice modulation on it, so you would never be able to tell it's me. And who knows? They might have just not even hit record when they, when I was there, um, saying the line. Maybe they're just humoring me. But I like to think in my dream of dreams that my voiceover career has two amazing voices of authority, but that's not all. In the DC Universe online game, if you go to, I think it's a Kryptonian lair, there are these automated robots that will ask you to halt. Apparently, this is the easiest lines to do in voiceover, and warn you of imminent demise. And I recorded dialogue for that as well. And if you play Scribble Knots, I'm an unlockable character with Jeff Johns, and we both went in and recorded dialogue for our characters in, I believe, the second Scribble Knots game. I'm also in the Lego video. I'm an unlockable character in the Lego video game, but I have no dialogue. Yes, Rodent L. Long story short, that is 100% on point. So you will never be able to tell that it's my voice. That's how good of a voice actor I am. People are like, we love you, but we want you to sound completely unrecognizable. Jedi B311 has resub, as has Shane Weichel. Marshmallow 918, Spengy G. Hey, Spengy G. Met Spengy G in person. Roderick 1979 or 1977. And that catches me up. 0328 032868. What are you doing for Motor City Comic Con? I'm going and doing some signings. That's what I'm doing. Saturday only. Next Saturday, I'll be at Motor City Comic Con in Detroit. Actually, Novi, which is outside of Detroit. Anyone going to be at Motor City? Thank you very much, right now and later, for the cheer. Appreciate it. I don't know if I've seen you before, right now and later. Kind of an amusing or clever handle. Shane Weichel. You're impressed with my German pronunciation. Oh, wow. Thank you very much. Vielen Dank, mein Freund. Bist du ein Deutscher? Out of the short box will be there. Nice, nice. Someone just cheered because I pronounced his name correctly in German. Thank you very much. What would my rap alias be? Uh, man, I have no idea. Oh, hey. Oh, did you make dinner for me? See, this is what I get. My sweet wife made dinner for me. I'll take it. Oh, look at this. Wow. Pizza rolls. Nothing but the best. I'm hungry. This is the best. Thank you very much, honey. I'll take that Coca Cola. Thank you. See, guys? This is what I'm talking about. True love right here. Gotcha. See you later. All right, I'm gonna have to turn the mic off because otherwise it gets very loud. I'll read the comments for a little bit. All right. Spared you. I think I devoured like 15 of those. That was good. Coke and pizza rolls. Oh, the best. Um, yeah. I'm convinced that we all have a way of drawing trees, and that way, for the most part, does not deviate or change much in life. Even as I was drawing all these, I remember like I was having weird flashbacks to art assignments from high school, 40 years ago, doing a painting of trees and trying to understand how branches, how to draw trees, and understanding sort of the anatomy of a tree. And I usually, once I kind of learn how to do something, I stop trying to learn it. So my information just tends to be always a little on the surfacey side, because I don't want to get to the point where I have like 15 different ways to draw trees, right? It's crazy. None of you guys care if there's 15 different kinds of ways to draw trees or if I've mastered it. You just want a tree that looks like a tree. So I have this stillborn style of trees, and I think they always look the same. Whether I drew it when I was 14 or 54, whatever. I mean, it's weird. I don't know if any of you artists out there find yourself kind of drawing the same. What tells my brain to go ahead and bifurcate the line or add a leaf here or there. They're obviously, I'm not driving this ship. I'm not driving this train. Somewhere, as I get somewhere, my head tells me to go ahead and put that there. I'm not making a conscious decision. I don't go like 1, 2, 3, leaf, 1, 2, leaf, 1, 2. Like there's no beat. There's a visual beat, but I think it's subconscious. I'm not thinking about it. So it makes me kind of wonder, like, who the hell is drawing this? Who should get credit? It's the green talking to me. It's something talking to me. Oh, now those pizza rolls are expanding. Rusty Shackleford 13 has sub. Thank you very much using Prime. Queen City Amusements. CGC posted a private signing with you at Motor City Comic Con at their booth. Is that the same VIP signing? No, it's different. I think. Yeah, it's different. I think the VIP is you know we actually interact. I think the CGC private signing, you just give them the books and they take care of it, so you don't have to deal with the lines. Otherworldly Melody. How long did the undersketch take? I don't know. It probably felt like 10 minutes, but I'm sure it was like half an hour. I don't know. Sly Arvik goal '08. My guess is the most amount of pizza is consumed Friday night, whether it's pizza rolls or pizzas, right? People are just done working. They want to relax. They don't want to have to cook. Pizza. Actually, probably Sunday too. Football games. Hmm. Can't go banger. Grave Heretic. I work at a pizzeria. This is a factual statement. Damn straight. The best paying job I had before I got into comics was delivering pizza on campus in college. What tips? I was making $12 an hour back in 1985, 86. And yeah. Friday nights were the best. Nom 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 nom. All right, what else is going on out there? We have 570 people on right now. It's not bad for a Friday night, right? Yeah, KB Bradshaw. So I was doing really well, but I also worked at Six Flags over in Mid America in Eureka, Missouri. I worked a seasonal minimum wage. Is actually lower than minimum wage. They actually had a lower one if you only worked part time, and I think it was like $3.10 an hour. So I toiled, I was like 16, 17 in high school. During the day, I would volunteer and work at a lab because I was pre med or thinking of going pre med in college. So in high school, I worked at this lab downtown in St. Louis during the day, and then I would drive almost an hour from downtown St. Louis out to Eureka, where Six Flags is, during rush hour. Get there for the swing shift. I think it started like 4 o'clock, and it would end at 11. So what is that? 7 hours times $3.10. I was making like $25 and for a night. Yeah, I was cooking chicken, barbecue chicken. I just reeked of barbecue chicken every night. Not my favorite job. Some of these look like intestines, to be honest. So if you're doing a branch, this is a flat branch, right? Same plane. This is a branch that's coming out of a flat branch, right? A little trickier to do, but looks more satisfying. This looks kind of boring, but if you go like that, it makes it look a little more three-dimensional. So when you do like noodly stuff, it's about detail, scale, and design, right? Those are the three variables. Okay. So detail is the amount of things you put in there. Scale is creating visual interest by having thick objects, thicker things next to thinner things, creates variety. And then design is all about composition, right? The shapes, the negative shapes that these vines create. So those are the three variables you're running in. How large am I going to draw it, or how small? How much detail am I going to add at that size? And then what's the shape that it's going to create? The negative shapes and the relationship to the other shapes. Now you see, I still have this thing I have to determine if I'm going to go in and do that or not. I'm going to wait. And I'll tell you why. Because I need to see how this looks when it's all black. And I have stuff up here too, but I don't know if I want to do that. I might keep it open, like I said yesterday, let the colorist, Alex Sinclair, kind of create a faux tunnel effect with foliage in the background there. Kuyai JP? No, I've not done any 2D animation. Why Alex saves the day every day. El Morgas, Jim, will you ever grow your hair long and wear a spike collar? Hmm. Where do you get these questions, guys? Mm-hmm. Coke all the way. Pepsi is a little too sweet. I like the bitterness. KB Bradshaw. I would agree. Yes, we have spent a lot of time together. That said, there are a lot of new people here. And I like Coca Cola in a can. That's how I prefer it. I cannot drink it in plastic bottles. And I'm not even a big fan of the glass bottles. I know purists are like, ooh, that's, you know, Mexican Coca Cola has sugar instead of corn syrup and all that other stuff. I just like it in the aluminum. I like that aluminum tinny taste. I'm sure it's not healthy for you, but it's the best. Spenny G. Everything's better in the can. Yeah. Coke is sweeter. What are you crazy? Michael Alphenart. No. Um, D. Calvin. Gotta go head to bed. TTYL. See you later. Hmm. Oh no, fountain drinks are the worst. That watered down, lightly carbonated. Ugh. Don't get me started. Cannot deal. All right. Now we're gonna get to the fun part. I've got some ink. I quit soda 2 weeks ago. I quit soda every time I drink soda. I go like, this is my last soda. Then I go like, life's too short to quit that which you love. Anyway, uh, don't get me started on what rants. They're not rants. They're pontifications. Superhero swimmer at TTYL. I love it. I love trolling teenagers. Yeah. Talk to you later. All right. What do we got going on? I got a brush. Yeah, sure. It's teenagers only. All right. This is a number 2 Winsor Newton Series 7 brush. The finest sable out of England. I take one of these and I actually get like a bottle cap like this. And I put a little ink. I was going to put some soda in here, but grabbed the wrong thing. Oh, oh. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's one of these clogged ones. Oh, yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see what I can do. Now I'm scared. When I started this piece, I knew that stuff was going to be like full on black, but now I'm like, oh, I want to just cross hatch the heck out of this. That's the problem of waiting too long. you kind of fall in love with the line work, the detail, the little bits of lines that you put down, and you're like, oh, I want to preserve that. I'm kind of going with a slight. This ink is a little gray. Well, if kind of casting shadows on things and leaving a little bit white, I should probably go all the way to black though. And I may still go all the way, but we'll see what happens. I like to leave myself options. Hmm. I was shaking this ink up. It's a little gray, but I mean, I'll print black. I'm just looking at the original. I'm just going. Hmm. You want to be trolled for what? There's no judging here. If you say something silly, you might get kind of roasted a bit, but we don't hold it against anyone. Look at Crispy. Wait, he's not here to defend himself. All right, let's talk about Crispy. Let's share our best Crispy stories. I would like to get coffee. I wonder if I could put an order in. All right. This is like the most watered down ink you can kind of see right there. What's going on? That's weird. I'm not digging it. I hate wasting ink, but I think I'm gonna just pour this out. Ooh, no, no good. I think there's some moisture there. or not. This thumb is going to cast a shadow. Mm-hmm. Once I get run out of ink on this brush, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to pour out that ink and pour some new, shake up the bottle and re-pour it. Yeah, some of this excess ink over here. Darken this up here. Weird. All right, how do I throw this ink away? Where? Cozart says Aaron Watanabe and Tommy Yoon say hi, Jim. I say hi to Aaron and Tommy Yoon, two former Wildstorm employees. What are you guys up to? All right, let's pour this in here. Let's do it. All right, let's see if that makes a difference. Sometimes this indie ink can separate over time. So there's like kind of a watery layer and like the base brown ink layer. Excuse me. Yeah, something's happened to this ink. I don't know. I don't know if I can hang with it. It's very watery. I'll work with it though, because otherwise I have to get up and go find another bottle. All right, this guy. But you know, it might be the paper too. This paper, it's almost like it's extra absorbent, but I don't know. You shouldn't get that gray value in there. It should be all black. Oh well. Hello, proper artist. Good night. Good evening. That's what I meant. All right. So now I'm just sort of adjusting what I put down, the details. Can't be scared to go all the way to black as needed. Okay. And then it's that chain link. What I'm doing is just basically creating a pattern using the brush. For the most part, it will kind of replicate a certain pattern, and you're kind of pushing it into the surface. You're pushing the brush into the paper. Hit it with a Sharpie. Nay, I don't use Sharpies for professional work. I mean, I'll use it for quick sketches on covers and stuff because this ink really will eat up the paper of a cover. So Sharpies work best for those sketch covers. But for professional stuff, I just always use marker, permanent marker, and India ink. Sharpies, they can degrade in UV light. Excuse me. I don't think that's the case on covers because of the chemical coating, but on regular paper, they don't fare very well. That said, if it's one of those sketch covers and you get a Sharpie drawing, I don't know if you put that in light, it will fade, I believe, over time. But there's really no other way to get around it. Jerry Rasco has resubbed. Thank you very much. Cloud Strife has resubbed as well. Syrixian is back for 7 months. Hey, how you doing? Last Son 2117 has subbed. Shane Weigel has cheered again. Thank you very much, man. Kino, the producer. Miss you, bud. I love catching your streams. Kino, the love. Welcome back. I should do ASMR. Maybe I already am. Still piecing this together. What should be black? What shouldn't be black? There's some more of that chainmail. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Let's do some more chainmail here. Let's push and kind of push and a drag. Kind of get the tip to connect. Of course, I have a deadline. Spendy G. Yeah, I do have a deadline, and I'm very aware of what, like, when books ship out. So yeah, so yes, as a publisher, you can kind of push it, I guess. But I think even if I weren't a publisher, I could push it. I would like to think so. Our top creators can kind of push it. It's just you find that in all walks of life. More prominent people are able to make exceptions to the general rules, I guess. But I generally don't like to do it. But yes, it has happened. It's a strain on all. Hey, look, I see it from the publishing standpoint. And, you know, it puts a strain on everyone's time and resources. How often do I work out? I don't work out. Ever since I injured my shoulder last year, I've been kind of allergic to doing anything on the physical side. If I look buff, it's because of the camera. Wide angle camera makes everything on the edges look like if I move my arms to the center, they're gonna look like little sticks. But because I'm on the fringe of the camera, it's the only way I can explain it. Rotator cuff, yes. All right. It's an extra small Roy Batty 06. It's an extra small t-shirt. It's actually a kid's t-shirt. Kids small t-shirt. I stole it from a brownie. I wish I could walk 2 miles a day. I don't walk that much either. That's good. That's good. It's a good soda. Hold on one second. Whoa, that was not meant to. Someone asked before, like, have you ever done something you could go like, oh, I regret doing it. There you go. I regret doing that. Um, I'm gonna step away from the camera in a few minutes. We have a friend that's who's here at the house, and he's doing something special for his wife, who celebrated a birthday just yesterday. Right, yesterday's Thursday, correct? Yes, Thursday. And so he's bringing to our house something kind of special, and I want to go down and see her reaction to it. We're all about surprises here. But I will run the stream longer because I started so late. If you guys want to hang out, I'll be gone for like 5 minutes. I just want to see the shock. Okay. Nothing more satisfying than putting like a big blob of ink. It's kind of both put down by me, but at the same time, there's serendipity involved in terms of like that shape, physics, viscosity. So these kind of Rorschach type shapes are just kind of they're created by happenstance. Excuse me. Pizza rolls just as good the second time around. You. All right. I'm doing good, Vic Rattlehead 78. Bo Bradshaw is awake, trying to deal with a fever. Bo Bradshaw art has resubbed. I got nowhere to go. LOL. I'm sick as a dog. There's nothing worse than being sick, man. I feel for you. So look how noodly this is, even with the blacks. I have not solidified anything to a solid black like I would have if I didn't put all these lines there. You know. All right. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to go black here. Being a little too precious about this. You know how you become less precious about a drawing? You move faster. And it's just like you're letting happenstance have more of a role in kind of the final product, instinct, and yeah. So there is some danger involved, but if you've done enough times, you kind of trust the process, right? So it's kind of forming this foundation for the entire drawing. If I were a real inker, a real artist, I would just go all to black down here. Can't bring myself to do it. I will eventually watch. Maybe I will. Hopefully I will. Okie dokie. Um, Now I'm not really coloring shadow, or I'm just playing white areas off of black areas. Just creating a variation, rhythm. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, be 5 minutes. I'm back. All right. What has happened here? Nothing. I've done nothing. Nothing's happened. I just texted this girl and asked if she wanted to gym Lee and chill. That's that just doesn't sound right. All right. How did the workout go? I ran up the stairs. I was not eating. I had a friend, excuse me. So I'd gotten a dog for my wife for her birthday. And so her best friend, or one of her best friends, wanted she was like pining for a similar dog. So I guess it's a rare type of breed of dog, whatever. I don't know. So her husband decided to surprise her with our dog's sister from the same litter. And he said he went to go get coffee, but he actually went to pick up the dog and bring her by. So our friend comes out, sees the dog, and then just starts crying. I'm like, women, I don't get it. You never know how they're going to react. It's like when I proposed to my wife, she just started crying, covered her mouth, did not respond in the affirmative or negative. In fact, she didn't say yes until I prompted her. So, like, are you saying yes? And she's like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. It's funny. Okay. But I wanted to see our dog's sister. They look very similar. It's very cute. If you follow my wife's page, you'll joke too far underscore CML. You can see the dog. Well, she'll post it soon. I'm thinking. Okay. All right. I'm starting to like look at areas I can start consolidating into blacks areas. I see one right here. Okay. That's one. Really creating a core shadow rather than a bunch of disparate shadows that are not connected. Kind of like maybe getting rid of some of these back here. Hey, Run Elephant. Good to see you 2 days in a row. Now I'm worried about your relationship, Ren. Is everything okay? Reply in the affirmative, if that is the case. A short lunch break at the DMV. Got it. Got it. I got it. Got it. Yeah. You know who's a smooth operator? Our own Run Elephant. Cue that song by Sade. Smooth. I was almost singing. Excuse me. I did. Toluca, Mexico was fun. Very interesting. I've never been to Mexico City before. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ren. It's a G63. It's a badass car. I have not driven it yet. I just peeked inside it because she drove it back from Disneyland the other day and she got home late. And I believe I was streaming till like 2 in the morning, so I didn't get a chance to check out the car. But that is right, KB Bradshaw. I am almost done. I could tell. I am almost done. Ooh, that's the last of the ink in that bottle. I'm excited. That doesn't happen a lot. Anytime I finish off like a tube of chapstick or a tube of toothpaste, bottle of ink, I feel like I've accomplished something. Mm. You know what? Brushes are fun to play with. You can go from a very thin line to a very thick line in one stroke. Take you like 5 strokes with like a marker. If I had the time to invest, I would. It'd be fun to get really good at inking with a brush. Kind of ink everything with a brush, but it's a lot of time invested. Let's see how things are going. Kino was here before. Um, Eddie Deba, Eddie Bida man, Eddie Bida man has subbed. Eddie Bida man in the house. Baldman156. Do you see people use Photoshop more or Manga Studio? All of the people I know use Photoshop, and a lot of people use Procreate for iPad Pro drawing. I don't know a lot of people that use Manga. I don't. uh, Most of the people I know don't work in that style either. So, but I imagine it's a pretty powerful tool. Otherwise, it wouldn't exist. You should use what you think helps you achieve what you're trying to achieve best. Right? What is my puppy's name? We have 5 dogs. The newest one is Daisy Olive Lee. Okay. I just parked some ink down here. I think I want to go to as much to blacken this area as I can. So let's start doing that. Okay. When do I get to see you on the ho tones? The hot ones. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Penguin Overlord. I would love to stay and watch, but I feel like I have to go to bed. Have a good night, everyone. Good night, Penguin Overlord. I just covered up some fine pen inking right there, but gotta do what's gotta be done. Too many undulating black, white, black. I gotta make a stand. Screw that up a little bit, I think. So let's do this. Let's clearly make an area that is the underside and dark. Is this a cover? Yes, Run Elephant. This is the cover to Batman Damned #3. I need to finish it soon so I can send it to Alex so he can color it right away this weekend. Okay. All right. Still looking at this. I feel like, yeah, I'm going to go almost to black in there. And let's cast the shadow of this head across all of this. like so. See you, Ren. Have a good time at the DMV. Hmm. I do use Indie Ink. Okay. as I get low on ink on this brush, I am going to, ooh, some ink right there. I'm going to use it to kind of create grays. It's not yet dry enough though. So I'm going to try to lighten it up here. Although I don't know where I'm going to put the grays. Where am I going to put the grays? Carry this core shadow here throughout. Maybe some texture right there. There. All right. I don't think I have any area that I'm going to use a dry brush, actually. I'm going to probably do everything via cross-hatching now that I look at it. Okay. So this will get wiped up if I can find something to wipe it with. So I've established the white areas, and the dark areas. So what I'm going to do after this dries is lightly erase it and then create the medium values, the gray areas in between the dark and the light. Geekstronaut. If you're doing all this, what does the inker do? Well, I'm inking this piece, so the inker does nothing. I am actually inking it. If I were just penciling this, I would never put ink on it. It would just be all pencils. Thank you, Mr. Raha99. That was the intent. Zionistum. Gonna go to bed. Good night, everyone. See ya. Hey, Brian Denham. Welcome in. Good to see you again. Screen Pen has subscribed using Prime. Ides of March has resubbed 7 months in a row. Hope to someday see you draw Etrigan. Fingers crossed. Nin Player 89, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Sia Orunk, have a good one. Do you stretch your fingers, hands pretty often? No, I don't, but maybe I should. Dino Toast. How do you think your career would have been different if the internet was around when you were starting? Oh, I would have probably been on the internet a lot more. I would probably have been tweeting up a storm and getting in flame wars with fans and just taking things all personally and being scared of making creative decisions. So I'm glad that it wasn't around. I could just do what I thought was right. So I did that for many, many years, many decades. And I think it kind of steeled me to dealing with the internet feedback, both pro and con today, right? Jaime Ramirez art. Did you ever get to meet Jack Kirby? Of course. Several times. Big influence. Mighty Muta Meta, favorite Batman actor to portray the role. They all did a good job. There's aspects to every single one that I liked. I know, like people like to. It's like inkers are going. Did you see how those trees got inked in the background there? That page was so good, and I always tell an inker, like no one's really looking at the inks. Well, this is not a great analogy. The point I was trying to make is that you got to look at the page as a whole. And when I think of movies, I don't just see the actor playing a character. I see the totality of the directing. I see the actor. I see the performance. I see the script, the words. The best actor, if he's given a not so great script, is not going to give you the performance that you think is great. I mean, it's a combination, and the director's so vital too. So I don't know. I can never give a simple answer to anything. Tim Adams art stuff. Thank you very much for the bits and the cheer. I'm just lightly erasing because I don't want to pick up too much of the ink underneath. Especially since the ink was kind of watered down to begin with. I'm going to see what happens if I don't put this background back here and see how it looks with the negative space. I did not get surgery, Brian. I just did rehab and waited it out. It took about almost a year, but I have my mobility is more limited and it still does not have a lot of strength, but it's so much better than it was before. I can actually do this. I can, pick up my kids. I can reach for objects. I don't notice it every day. There are times though when it does get sore. So I definitely need to start building strength back up into the shoulder. But I'm just worried if I do it, I just worried that it'll pop or something, and that'll be the end of it. But I know that that's the wrong approach. You gotta strengthen it up. It was a fluke accident. That's what I have to keep reminding myself. I hate erasing the pencils because they really add something to the drawing. And then you find out it's almost like the difference between it takes like 3% off the thickness of a line, I think. But so everything lightens up, and like so Scott Williams, when he inks, he'll go in and beef lines back up after he erases, and so to kind of get it recalibrated back to the way it looked before. And I'm going to do that the same thing after I erase all this. I'm going to see a lot of areas where I thought I had inked it, but it wasn't inked. It was just the dark pencil line that was kind of closing shapes up for me. So I need to go in there and bring that consistency back in with ink. A lot of the detail, the grit and the gristle and the texture was provided by pencil scribbles. Now that they're gone, I just see black and white, that sort of binary black and white lines. Okay, I'm going to take a photo and put this online. If you go to my Instagram account, you'll see it. I'll also cross-post it into the Discord right now. And for those of you who are on a schedule, I'll probably end this at 10 o'clock, even if I don't finish, just so that you guys and the mods can get a break. I appreciate them being here. And then I'll just finish it at night and post up the results. Or maybe I'll finish it. There's another stream tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Okay, done. All right. Arcbird FTW. Yeah, it's supposed to help with the posture so you don't hunch over as much. It's like bringing the art to you rather than you going to the art. Will it be on VZA? Yeah, it usually comes in and cuts up the videos. It's sanctioned by myself. I support it. There's a lot of time that goes into doing that stuff. Someday I may start doing it myself, but right now it's not my favorite thing to do. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a little different. It's going to be, I've got two pieces. I'm going to ink over artwork that was, oh, great. Thank you. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, so I'm going to be inking over some artwork done by, oh, Invisible Straw. You're right. Wait, if I hold it like this, there you go. Yeah, technology. Okay. All right. So, what I was talking about is creating that level of detail. I might go in with a slightly thinner marker. Maybe, maybe not. Let me see if there's one in here. Nope. 0.4. All right, so for example, going up here, it's kind of completing that chainmail, and maybe even trapping some of the chainmail shapes. So I got 15 minutes of this. And frankly, with this, I can kind of turn my head off. Part of it's creating that gray values, but part of it's just kind of, again, adding a little energy and line. Again, not being so precious about it. So it's good to kind of turn your head off a little bit. I think if you overthink it, you're going to overwork it or make it look too clean, too pristine. Okay. So if you look at this area right there, I created a kind of middle gray value. And that's actually the first, I mean, there's a gray value here, but if you think about it, it's fairly stark otherwise. Then as I go through here, kind of see how that changes things by introducing that gray. And I'm going to add like some moss and some other stuff growing on them, I think, like this. Like for example, it'll be like, thank you, Sticky, for the host. 35 viewers. Welcome in, guys. Good to see you. Thank you, Sticky. Appreciate the support. I assume, Sticky, you also are creative to draw in the people that you brought in. Jerry N. Gonzalez has resubbed for 10 months. Welcome in. Again. Wesco Guy has subbed. You know what I'm going to do, I think, tonight? I know this kind of sucks from the moderators, and please, Kira, yeah, don't feel obligated at all. I probably will stop this at 10, but I do want to finish, so I'll do it tomorrow morning. I was going to come back and stream tonight, but tomorrow's fine. I hate calling audibles. I know that, like, especially Kirihiko and Crispy, very organized in their day. Ren as well. They do really try their best to be here for you guys to make sure they're modding. So I will take it easy. Can't go from like not streaming to all of a sudden streaming 3 days in a row. That's a little nuts, right? It's hard on the system. But I won't be streaming the following weekend. Following weekend, I will be at Vegas for a retailer event, Diamond Retailer Conference on Friday, next Friday, sorry. Thank you very much for the generous bits, Zombie Geef. It's good to see you again. It's been a while. And then I'll be at Motor City Comic Con, and then back home, but not till Sunday afternoon, evening. And then the following week, I will be out of town, out of the country, I believe. So there won't be a stream then, I don't think. So back in June, early June. So hopefully tomorrow when I start streaming at 10, no, is it 10, 11, I will be able to finish this piece up and maybe start inking the others at the same time as I parts of it dry. I'm gonna put some more moss vegetation up here. I'm not taking a vacation, it's a business trip. Next vacation will be actually mid-June. We're doing that convention up in Seattle, near Seattle. It's also Father's Day weekend, so I think we're going to visit some relatives up there. But the missus and I will take a vacation in August, so I'm excited for that. Go to the Amalfi Coast in Italy. I lived in Italy for a year. I never went to the Amalfi Coast, so it's kind of I'm excited to kind of go somewhere new. I hear it's beautiful there. My favorite pasta sauce, like ragu versus prego. Is that what you're asking, or like arrabbiata versus carbonara versus a pesto sauce? I've never been to Portugal, Miss Monster. I've been to Spain, just Barcelona. I've never been to Madrid. Chef Boyardee, that's what I grew up on as a kid. Chef Boyardee spaghetti and raviolis. What were they called? Raviolis? But the trick to Chef Boyardee is to open it from the bottom. That's where the meatballs are. Eat the meatballs first. Thax OD20 ranch is the best pasta sauce. Those are banned words, man. My kids also you put ranch on pasta. I'm like, where did I go wrong? Ay, ay, ay. It's important to kind of step back and get some distance from it. Uh, Thank you, Fresh NZ. Yeah, if you're into cars, you know what a G Wagon is. They're pretty badass SUVs. Got a lot of power. I think it's it's the 2019 model, so they just kind of plussed it up. Car looks almost the same as the previous version. It's like the 911, the Porsche 911. They just don't mess with like the look of it for the most part. It's basically the same kind of shape, but then they improve all the internal mechanics, the ride, the steering, the power, the amenities. It's got like a 12.3-inch uh, screen. It's pretty nice. Haven't driven it yet. Looking forward to giving it a spin. Put some moss down here too. Jamster Bamster, no interest in a Tesla. No, I'm on the wait list for that Taycan. It's a Porsche electric car. Looks pretty badass. So I'm not against electric cars. Just kind of question the build quality of Teslas. If you look at some of the seams and joints. I don't have white out here. But obviously I've got to white out that area of the buckle. Actually, there's like what I see ahead of me on this piece. I have two options. One is like the 1 hour option, and the other is like a 3 hour option in terms of getting it done. The 1 hour option is just doing a little bit more of this noodling, white out, and then I'm done. The 3 hour option is doing a lot more of the noodling, and then the white out, and then I'm done. So when people sometimes ask me, like, well, how do you know when you're done? Sometimes, well, it's always a gut feeling in your, but you can also kind of make a decision and say, well, I want to be done with this level of density. So, meaning with about 90 minutes worth of work and whiteout, it's going to look pretty finished in terms of level of detail all around. But if I go to the 3 hours, I can take it kind of to this insane level. I don't know. But what is the purpose of art? To convey an idea, or is it to just kind of show off and kind of do things on a technical or aesthetic level designed specifically to, it's no longer about the piece, but it's about technique and amount of time put in and level of detail versus like, oh, wow, that's a pretty cool image. I feel it. Go insane and go insane level. All right. Oh, the art's not insane. I go insane. Sorry, I should have been more clear. Kirihiko, you can do 3 hours of extra stream later. Yeah, that's true. I could do tomorrow the inking of the other of the art from the chat, and then I could do a 3-hour stream. Gosh, I don't know when I would do it. I feel like it'd be Mother's Day. Like after it's over, like in the evening, Sunday evening, or early afternoon. I don't know. I'll think about it. I also have to think about the quality of the streams. Like for reposting on YouTube, I like to have it pretty clean in terms of, oh, this is part 1, part 2, part 3. Oh, and I ink these other images by people in chat. You know, it just gets a little diluted, the message. As opposed to having a stream solely devoted to kind of inking artists from within the stream. Taking some of these kind of blobbier lines and adding a straight line, make it feel a little more graphical, just to mix it up a little bit. Adds visual interest. Not every line has to be this clear cut, but if you do it, mix it up just right, it looks pretty cool, I think. It's a subtle thing, no one's gonna like see that and go like, oh yeah, look, there's graphical shapes. It's just a subtle thing. It all adds up. I'd like to think, at least. Metabolic has reset for 6 months. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Sketcher Abinash. Sketcher Abinash. Love from India. Love right back to you. FRM88. I think I saw you in flight to Georgia. That was December of last year. I didn't fly to Georgia, but might have been another devilishly handsome Asian guy on the flight. I amuse myself. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, we're after 10 o'clock. All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go raid somebody, another creative, as chosen by our own Kirihiko. But before we go, join me in thanking our mods, Kirihiko, Ren Elephant, Crispy Egg Roll, our part-time, our unofficial mod, Poop Kid. I want to thank you guys for all tuning in, spending this evening watching me draw. Let me pull up the place that we're going to go raid. It's always kind of fun to drop in on other creatives. So thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning around 11 o'clock California time. And we'll do something completely different, which is, well, I'll be inking, so that's the same, but it'll be over a person I kind of pulled randomly from stream and our own superhero swimmer art. We're doing a collab, and then I'll finish this. When I finish it, I might finish it. No, I'm not going to finish it off stream, but you might just get a weird note at some point tomorrow where I finish this, or maybe I do it on Mother's Day after I've celebrated with the mamas in my life. All right, have a good night, guys.